Hey there, beautiful bride. This is Jillian Rosich Kendrick, founder of My Best Wedding and MyWeddingPlanningCourse.com. A question that I get asked a lot is, how do I choose a wedding date? And one of the hardest parts about choosing a wedding date is that it's one of the very first decisions that you have to make when you're wedding planning. So it can be a daunting experience right off the bat before you even get into the nitty-gritty of wedding planning. So I want to give you 4 different ideas of how you can choose your wedding date. Option number 1 is to choose by venue. So if you have your heart set on getting married at, say, the Ritz-Carlton in New York City, then you might want to check into it, because who knows, they could have like a 2-year, 3-year waiting list. And, you know, if you have your heart set on getting married in that specific location or any specific location, then that's fine. Just know that you're subject to their wait list and you're subject to their openings and their availability. Next is choosing by a memorable date. My husband and I actually decided that April 24th is our dating anniversary and that we wanted to get married on April 24th. Turns out that we couldn't, because actually my sister, who was my maid of honor, was in another wedding on the exact same day or the day before, and so we actually had to move our wedding date. So we ended up pushing it backwards, and then realized that we ran into Easter that year and that a lot of friends and family members would be wanting to go to church and whatnot. So we actually had to push our date back further, and then we were subject to the venue openings that we wanted as well. So we ended up on March 22nd for our wedding date. But again, it's not a bad idea at all to start with a date that's memorable, like a dating anniversary, maybe your parents' wedding anniversary, something special and meaningful to you. Halfway between both of your birthdays even, that would be really fun. But choose a date and then be flexible. If you are unwilling to be flexible and you absolutely want that date, then understand that you might have to wait a whole nother year in order to get that date. But just be flexible about it and know that, you know, if you really want it, it might have to be worth waiting for. Another option is based on when you got engaged. You know, I've had a few brides write to me and say that they got engaged and they're still in college, so they're going to wait a year or 2 or maybe more in order to have their wedding and plan their wedding. So, you know, understand that you don't have to get married right when you get engaged. Nobody should ask that of you, really. So be prepared that, you know, if you need to take time and you need to set things ready in your life, that's okay. It really is. And another option, the last option, would be based on your theme. Say that, you know, you want to have like a winter wonderland theme. Well, I wouldn't really recommend getting married in like June or July. You could do it. You could pull it off. Maybe in Iceland or something like that. If you do pull it off, I totally want to see pictures though. But just know that, you know, if you're going for a certain theme, you may or may not want to adjust the date accordingly. Fall weddings are going to usually have like deeper, richer colors, a fall sort of theme. I've seen engagement photos where the couples will like hold pumpkins with the date written on it or something like that. Winter is obviously good for like a winter wonderland theme or something like that. I specifically chose having a spring wedding with, you know, pastels and spring sort of colors. So consider those options: the venue, the memorable date, when you got engaged, and what your theme is, and that will help you narrow down the date of your wedding. I hope that helps and you got value from this. If you did, comment below, and I'd love to hear your story. Please feel free to reach out to me. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.